Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your Vedic astrology coach Rajat Kapoor and welcome to my channel The Legit Astrologer. In my channel I make videos on Vedic astrology, I talk about transits. In the recent times I have made a number of videos that are available on my channel and there are some teaching videos as well. Today this video is about Venus making a transit in the sign of Gemini in the natural third sign of the zodiac belt where it will be conjoined Jupiter, Brihaspati, yes, the two gurus, Daitya Guru Venus, Shukra and Deva Guru Jupiter, Brihaspati are going to make a conjunction in the sign of Gemini. This is happening on 26th of July until 20th of August. It is going to be there when Venus will make an exit from the sign of Gemini and enter Cancer. This kind of a conjunction where two gurus come together is not going to happen for the next 12 years in the sign of Gemini, the dual sign, the sign that represents communication, learning, upadesha from the guru. This is an interesting position for Venus because if you look at its lordship, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So from Taurus, Gemini falls in the second house. From Libra, it falls in the ninth house. Therefore, Venus becomes the Karak and a wealth-giving planet in the sign of Gemini. It is very favorable time to create wealth-related opportunities, and that too when it is making a conjunction with the significator of wealth, that is Jupiter. Now, when the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter happens, this time Venus has a greater say because it is in friendly sign. On the other side, Jupiter is more or less in an inimical sign, so Venus is in greater disposition, greater control. Though it also feels a little bit uncomfortable here because Gemini sign has high desires, and this is what we need to channelize over the course of next few weeks. When these two planets come together, what we want is the best of knowledge at the spiritual level and also at the material mundane level. We want to learn anything and everything about spirituality, and then we need to have a lot of comfort, luxuries in our lives as well. That is represented by Venus. It rules luxuries, it rules abundance, interaction between all of us, and Jupiter is the significator of wisdom, knowledge and wealth, and both of them will be aspecting the sign of Sagittarius by the seventh aspect of desire. Venus's aspect is 100% drishti. So wherever this sign falls in your chart, between 26th of July till 20th of August, the key message is that Venus wants you to elevate the matters related to the sign of Sagittarius because it desires love, affection, the power of interaction, abundance and all good matters related to this particular sign wherever it falls in your chart. Now let's talk about how this transit is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs or the moon signs. At the physical level, you must read this from your ascendant sign. At the mental level, emotional level, you can also connect and read this from your moon sign. Aries ascendant signs or the Aries moon signs. So Venus becomes your second lord and the seventh lord. So it rules the house of family, wealth, your speech, your consumption, what you eat, what you consume. It also becomes the seventh lord of Jaya Bhava, those people who are opposite to you. We see love and also war from this house. This house represents your spouse, marriage, relationship, and it also represents businesses of all kind, the business that you own and run. This Venus is going to be making a transit in your third house in the sign of Gemini. Third house is not the most comfortable position for Venus because it increases your desire. It is one of the kama bhavas. It also indicates lust. On a positive side, it indicates valor, it indicates communication, change of all kinds is seen from this house, and growth is also seen from this house. So definitely your finances will grow by the virtue of your effort, and anything that has manual work, any kind of work where your hands are involved, this could be a very good time for you to see some sort of success. Change is not going to be very pleasant. It could be very difficult for you initially because this Venus is also conjoined Jupiter, who is your ninth lord, your Bhagyesha, and it is a Maran Karaka position for Jupiter. So both of them momentarily are weak, but this will expand your sense of desire and you need to channelize your desires over the next few weeks in order to make the most of this transit. Some travel along with your spouse or travel for financial matters could be beneficial for you. You could go on short journeys because Venus is a significator of air travel, and this time period could bring some travel opportunities in case you're looking forward to moving outside of your home country. Since your 3-9 axis is pretty active, this can be a favorable time for you because both these gurus, Venus and Jupiter, are jointly aspecting your 9th house. So your bhagya is being supported because this aspect is very auspicious, and this is going to support you in long distance journey, in higher education, in elevating your fortune, and also in learning something new, and that is a continuous learning. Jupiter represents spiritual learning. Venus represents all the mundane practical learning that is linked to your work, that is linked to your job, and this is a very favorable time for any kind of learning. You need to bring in a sense of poise, elegance, and also wisdom in your communication if you were to succeed. As a remedy, you must journal, write something, pen down your thoughts, and that is going to be extremely beneficial for you. You must look at remedying and strengthening Jupiter in this conjunction because that is your Bhagyesha, the 9th lord, and that needs to be given additional strength in order to channelize this transit, in order to ensure that you make the right kind of decisions. You could also be involved in some unnecessary paperwork, and if there is any paperwork related to your finances, savings, investment, you have to be little bit careful during this time. This period could see travel opportunities for your spouse or your partner as well, or could indicate a change of place, change of residence as well, in case your ongoing dasha antardasha is supportive, and I wish you a blessed transit. Taurus ascendant signs or the Taurus moon signs, at the physical level you will read this from your ascendant sign. At the mental emotional level you can also read this from your moon sign. Now Venus becomes your Lagna lord, lord of the ascendant, and also the 6th lord. So it plays a very important role, and regardless of your dasha antardasha, in Venus transit you will always have some or the other impact that you should be prepared with. It rules yourself, your body, your vitality, your immunity, who you are. This is where your intelligence is, this is where your power of decision making is. Venus is also your 6th lord of daily routine, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, debts, diseases, health and well-being, and also growth, because this is one of the Upachaya bhavas. So growth of yourself, Venus plays a very important role. And this Venus, your Lagna lord, is going to be making a transit in your 2nd house. So far you've had this beautiful transit of Venus in your Lagna, giving you a nice wonderful yoga. It would have elevated your personality. Now it is moving in the 2nd house. Now it is forming a Dhan yoga, which is related to yourself, the yoga for wealth. And this time period could also see some repayment of your debts. Jupiter is also giving you a Dhan yoga because that's your 11th lord. So your 11th lord and Lagna lord are coming together in the 2nd house of wealth, family, your finances, your accumulation, your consumption, what you eat, what you consume. So definitely you would like to get yourself indulged in a lot of food, different experiments that you would like to do with food. So be careful, do not overindulge yourself, otherwise it could be detrimental towards your health, well-being and vitality. So this is where you have to be little bit careful, because Jupiter also is your 8th lord. So this is where you have to be little bit careful in this concern. You would like to consume the best of spiritual knowledge and the best of mundane knowledge as well, because this is the house of your consumption. But you will have very good family ties. See, because Jupiter is the significator of the 2nd house and Venus is your Lagna lord. So you have to spend a lot of time in building and sustaining your family relationship and looking at the value system within your family and how you can protect that value system, how you can ensure that you bring in a sense of consistency within those values. This time period could be very good to make some important financial decisions mid to long term. You can do that. You can make some investments in case your dasha antardasha is supportive. In case your time period is supportive, you could see a rise in your income, new opportunities related to finances, and you can also work towards creating a secondary source of income. Some sort of side hustle could be essential. You might take up some loans as well, but if these loans are for good pursuits, it is a beneficial time period for you. If it is related to a mortgage or buying a property or a vehicle or of course building assets, this could be good for you. Both these gurus are jointly aspecting your 8th house. Venus desires transformation, transformation of your personality, transformation of your speech, and of course, bringing a 180-degree shift in your lifestyle. You need to avoid and be careful of overindulgence. Use mantra-based remedies. Pray to Goddess Lakshmi, read Sri Suktam on a daily basis, or you can read or probably chant a simple Lakshmi mantra, that is Om Lakshmi Nama, and you will be blessed most of the time during this transit. Gemini ascendant signs or the Gemini moon signs. At the physical level, you will read this transit from the ascendant sign. At the mental level, you can also read this from your moon sign. Now for Geminis, Venus is the only Yogakaraka planet or the most beneficial planet because it is your fifth lord. It is the most important planet. I always say that fifth lord holds a great disposition because it rules your future. We see children from the fifth house. Therefore, it is about future. Yes, it is linked to the ninth house, which represents past, Purva Punya, but fifth house would determine how your deeds from the past will manifest into a better future or a challenging future. So this house, all it is about future. Venus itself is about your future, your children. Mantras, it is the mantresha. Power, Rajya Bhava. We also see corruption from the fifth house. Authoritative positions, positional success is seen from this house. Venus also becomes the 12th lord of expenditure, losses, your sleep, higher self-consciousness, your ability to be more self-aware. Now this Venus is making a beautiful transit in your ascendant, in your Lagna. So far, your expenditure would have seen an increase and your expenses are continue to rise. But I always say when expenditure rises, so does your income. Some or the other point in time, there are means or ways to increase your income. But this is a very important time period or phase for you to improve your personality, to bring in a sense of eloquence, and if you were to influence other people, because Venus is conjoined Jupiter during this transit. Jupiter gains directional strength in the Lagna, in the ascendant, and Venus is forming a beautiful yoga because it's your trine lord making a transit in the quadrant house. So it is forming a yoga. And of course, both of them together give a clear message that you need to elevate your wisdom, learning, and also your personality. The power of interaction is coming in your ascendant. So you will build credible, long-lasting, meaningful relationship. You will also have the ability to influence masses. One thing that you must do from a remedial point of view is to donate. Donate towards dharma, religion. Donate to those people who need. Donate food. This could be food item related to Venus as well. You could donate sugar, rice. You could also donate things related to Jupiter in this case, that are yellow food items. This could be absolutely beneficial for you because Jupiter is also Badakesh. So it will help you minimize some of these obstacles in your life. You would want to have the best of knowledge and you would want to have the best of comfort as well, which could be a little bit conflicting. So make sure that you have some sort of spiritual discipline. First thing in the morning, you have some spiritual practices, meditation, yoga, sadhana. Use mantras. Either a simple Panchakshari mantra, that is Namah Shivaya, could be absolutely good for you, or a Lakshmi mantra, that is Om Lakshmi Namah. That is something you can chant on a daily basis in order to maximize this transit. Both of them are aspecting your 7th house. The aspect of desire. Venus desires interaction, the power of communication in your relationship that will strengthen, that will make it more beautiful. It could be a very good transit for your spouse, for their benefit. And Jupiter ensures wisdom and some sort of protection that is happening for your relationship or your business as well. That could see some expansion, that could see some growth over the course of next few weeks, and my best wishes. Cancer ascendant signs or the Cancer moon sign. So what is happening on 26th of July, Venus is going to enter the sign of Gemini, which is a friendly sign for Venus because it is lorded by Mercury, who Venus considered his best friend. And it is going to stay there till 20th of August. Venus is your 4th lord and the 11th lord. It more or less holds a neutral disposition here because it rules one of the Kendra or quadrant houses for Cancer ascendants. At the emotional level, you can also read this transit from your moon sign. Venus rules the 4th house of your safe space, happy space, your comfort space, mother, homeland. Those things that make you feel happy, that make you feel content. It is also the 11th lord of bigger enemies. It is the Hara Bhava. We also see gains, material comfort, material success from the 11th house. We see income or aay from the 11th house. Your friends, wider social network, your ability to grow, because this is also one of the Upachaya Bhavas. This Venus is going to be now making a transit in your 12th house of moksha, spirituality, your higher self consciousness, losses, expenditure, sleep, your ability to give, your ability to donate. Venus is comfortable in the 12th house because it naturally gets exalted in the sign of Pisces, which is the natural 12th sign. So it's a comfortable position for you. This time period is very good to increase your sense of devotion. Devotion towards Godmother and devotion towards your mother as well. Your connection would be more of a spiritual soul level connection. Your mother's health could be a little bit concerning during this time, so make sure that you stay connected and you are in touch. But of course, it a lot depends on her chart as well. But this time period could bring some fruitful foreign visits or travel, because Venus towards the end of the day is conjoined your 9th lord Jupiter. So this could make you go on some good dharmic journeys, spiritual journeys, and also journeys related to your higher purpose. If you go on vacation, it will be a good time for you to reflect and introspect and come back in a very strong manner. See, both Jupiter and Venus will elevate your spiritual capability. This is a very good time to fix your sleep if you've had sleep issues, because both of the benefics are making a transit in the 12th house. Venus is in better disposition, it is in greater strength, and they're jointly aspecting your 6th house. Venus wants to bring in a sense of poise, elegance, and the power of interaction in your daily life, daily routine. So you could see your job prospects to improve, because we see job from the 6th house as well. You could have some repayment of your debts. Your expenditure will increase, but you will also repay some of your debts, some of your loans. Jupiter is increasing spiritual power, spiritual capabilities, and you must spend on dharma, on right things, on right deeds over the course of next few weeks. Your 12-6 axis is very active. Spiritually, it is a very good transit. Do some financial management and use Jupiter's mantra, Om Guruve Namah, 12 times every day in order to channelize the most of this transit. Leo ascendant signs or the Leo moon signs. Venus, Daitya Guru, Shukracharya is making a transit in Gemini on 26th of July, and it is going to stay here till 20th of August. During this transit, it is also coming in contact with Jupiter, who is your 5th lord. He is a very important planet for you. Now in this case, what is happening here? Venus rules the 3rd house and the 10th house for Leo ascendants. More or less, it is a neutral planet because it rules one of the most important Kendra houses, that is your 10th house, which represents Rajya, kingdom. It is the house of your work, profession, your actions in the society, what you do to survive and sustain yourself in this world. It represents any kind of job or work or businesses that you do. So Venus has a very important lordship. It is also your 3rd lord of valor, courage, the efforts that you will make, change, and of course how you will cope up with this change, your desires, your relationship with the younger siblings or the co-bonds is also seen from the 3rd house. This Venus is going to be making a transit in your 11th house. So firstly, any planet making a transit in the 11th house mostly delivers good results depending on your ongoing dasha antardasha. During this time, it will also be conjoined with your 5th lord Jupiter. Jupiter is also your 8th lord. So it is a very favorable transit for wealth creating opportunities when it is about your work and if it is related to your children, your future. Future financial prospects are going to be very bright throughout this time. Both the benefics, natural benefics, and Jupiter is also the functional benefit for you. Venus is a neutral planet. They making a transit together in the 11th house is very auspicious. You are not going to get this opportunity for the next 12 years. So this is your time to maximize financial gains. And at the same time, you would want to learn more about spirituality and also a lot about mundane material world. So this could be conflicting as well. See, this transit can bring a lot of influence because you will have the power to influence other people and create followers. Build your network, build your personal brand. This is an excellent time to use the power of wisdom, your interaction, and your media skills. Build your communication skills to build your own brand. Create your story. Develop storytelling capabilities that could help you succeed in work related context. And in case you're running through a favorable dasha antardasha, this could see some financial gains or a rise in your income as well. Both of these planets are jointly aspecting your 5th house by the 7th aspect of desire. It is a very good time for your children. In case you're planning a family, it could be a very favorable time for you, and you could see some sort of positional success during this time. Use Brihaspati mantra or Guru mantra, that is Om Guruve Namah, or use a simple Shiva mantra, that is Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya, in order to channelize the energies of this transit and make sure that you gain the most through this time. Virgo ascendant signs or the Virgo moon signs. What is happening? Venus is making a transit in Gemini on 26th of July, and till 20th of August it is going to stay in Gemini. This is where it is going to come in contact with Jupiter or Guru. Now Venus is a favorable planet for you because it rules your 2nd and the 9th house. And at the mental level, you can also read this transit from your moon sign at the emotional level. So Venus plays a very important role in all wealth related matters, being the 2nd lord of family. Your finances, those finances that you accumulate, all those things that you accumulate. 2nd house is your storage space. This is where you store, you accumulate. We see finances, we see your family, and of course your sense of dhan or income, wealth from the 2nd house. Venus also is your 9th lord of fortune, Bhagya. So it becomes your Bhagyesha, the ruler of fortune, long journeys, spiritual education. Higher education is seen from the 9th house. 9th house is also the house of Guru. And this Venus is going to be making a transit in your 10th house of Karma Bhava. Your actions in the society, your profession is seen from the 10th house. Your sense of what your purpose is and how you are connected to your greater purpose in terms of your work, in terms of your karmas. So of course, this house plays a very important role. Venus is also one of the significators of the 10th house because it rules all kinds of relationship at work and also your environment at work. This Venus is conjoined Jupiter, who is also one of the significator of the 10th house because it rules all the knowledge at work, wisdom at work. So an excellent time to learn something about your work. Venus represents all the mundane knowledge, practical knowledge, what you can gain from this transit, how you can learn that could probably bring professional success. That will also help you improve your Lagna Lord Mercury if you learn during this transit. Your desire will be very high towards learning, but see, Jupiter also becomes the lord of obstacles for you. So this is going to momentarily bring some obstacles at work as well, some high level expectation or an expectation mismatch that could probably be there. Both of them are jointly aspecting your 4th house by the 7th aspect of desire. From a remedial point of view, you must declutter your house along with your family. Make sure that you involve your family as well, your spouse, your kids, to clean up your house, to declutter, and also declutter your workspace. You could keep a flower at your workplace, a plant with white flower or yellow flower, in order to channelize the most of these energies. From a remedial point of view, you must use a Vishnu mantra or strengthen Mercury, the dispositor of the sign of Gemini, in order to make sure that you gain the most during this time. Use a Vishnu mantra, that is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Wednesday could be a very good day to start this Vishnu mantra, morning hours, and may you have a blessed transit. Libra ascendant signs or the Libra moon signs. What is happening here? Venus is going to be making a transit in Gemini, and Venus Shukra is your Lagna Lord, Lord of the Ascendant, between 26th of July till 20th of August. This is a very nice, sweet transit of Venus, where it is in very good dignity. It's in a friendly dignity. It is being given additional strength or expansion by Jupiter, Brihaspati, the Deva Guru, being present there. Both of the gurus will come in contact, and this transit is not going to happen for the next 12 years. Venus is your lord of the ascendant. So without a doubt, you can read this from your moon sign as well based on the emotional level. Without a doubt, you will have some or the other impact on Venus's transit regardless of your dasha antadasha, because it rules yourself, your body, your vitality, your immunity, your decision making, intelligence, who you are. So Venus plays a very important role in your life. And of course, it becomes your 8th lord of longevity, suddenness, sudden ups and downs, sudden shifts, places that are across the sea. This Venus is making a very nice, beautiful transit in your 9th house of Bhagya, fortune, long journeys, higher education, spiritual education, your father, and greater knowledge is seen from this house. Most importantly, your Bhagya is seen from this house. This is a yoga in transit that Venus is making, and during this time, it is conjoined your 3rd lord, Jupiter. So, firstly, any efforts that you take during this time that are related to yourself, your learning, your change and transformation, your Bhagya is supported during this time, because Jupiter is the significator of the 9th house and it is making a transit there. Additionally, there is support of Venus. Both of them, for the first 2 weeks, they are forming a beautiful yoga during this time, and both of them are jointly aspecting your 3rd house of efforts, your desire, a sense of change, journeys. It's an excellent time to go on journeys in case you've been looking forward to settling outside of your country. Across the seas, this time period could be favorable. Any paperwork that has been pending or there are any problems, now you will see that progressing. From a health point of view as well, it is a very auspicious transit because your health will be favorable. You will build immunity, vitality, your decisions will be right. You will have a very good lifestyle and you are protected from a health point of view. As long as Jupiter is aspecting your Lagna and Venus is making a transit in the 9th house, regardless of whatever dasha you're going through, you have some blessings during this time. Now, momentarily, you would also see increased amount of efforts, or probably you may have shifting tendencies in your dharma, in your religion. You need to stick to the path of righteousness, your dharma, and be the protector of your dharma. Use mantras related to Mercury, either Mercury's Bij mantra, who is the dispositor and the ruler of Gemini, or a Vishnu mantra that could be Om Vishnave Namah. This is something which you can chant 108 times, start on a Wednesday, and this could be quite auspicious for you, and my best wishes for this transit. Scorpio ascendant signs or the Scorpio moon sign. So what is happening? Venus is going to be making a transit in Gemini on 26th of July and is going to stay there till 20th of August. Now, for you, Venus plays a very important role in relationship and also your higher self-consciousness, because it becomes your 7th lord. 7th lord of Jaya Bhava, marriage, your spouse, relationship, harmony in your life, love, and also war is seen from this house. Businesses of all kinds are seen from the 7th house. Venus also becomes the 12th lord of higher self-consciousness, your sleep, bed comforts, your sense of desire, your sense of helping others, giving donations and supporting others is seen from the 12th house, and its lord plays a very important role. So definitely there is some karma towards relationship whenever Venus makes a transit, and this Venus is now making a transit in the 8th house of sudden events, sudden things. We also see longevity from this house. We see sudden ups and downs, deep transformation, your hidden desires, secrets are seen from this house. Fulfillment of your marriage is also seen from this house, and break of your marriage is also seen from the 8th house. Venus will be conjoined Jupiter, who is your 5th lord and also the 2nd lord, who is also making a long transit in the 8th house. So both of them are forming a yoga. So firstly, benefics do well in the 8th house, malefics do not do well in the 8th house. So you do have a sense of protection in terms of your longevity, health and well-being. If you've had some health related issues, some sudden issues or unknown issues, now you will find the cure or healing for these kind of issues. But there's a greater possibility that something which was in existence from your past now may reappear. So you have to any which way take care of your health. From a health point of view, this is one transit, your health and your spouse's health. Both of this could be little bit concerning. But this transit is bringing very good transformation through the time. See, it will be a little bit difficult, but Venus is the only graha that attained the knowledge of Mrit Sanjeevani by the blessings of Lord Shiva. So it feels at ease, it is comfortable here, it is giving you good transformation, right? Momentarily things will go difficult. Eventually you will rise because Venus is giving you a Viparita Yoga in transit. It is the 12th lord. And circumstances will become difficult, eventually you will rise, but there is a greater sense of protection which is there. Both Jupiter and Venus are aspecting your second house by the 7th aspect of desire. There is protection of your finances, protection towards your family, and it will make you a very soft spoken individual. You will be very grounded, you will be very humble, you will value and cherish relationships in your life. Someone who could be a guide to you or a mentor, if that person is there, may reach out to them because you will need a sense of guidance or direction during this time. You could reach out to your friends as well, but there is definitely relationship karma. There are some obstructions, so you have to take care of your family, relationship life, and of course your health as well. Use Shiva mantra for your protection. A simple mantra could be absolutely beneficial for you, that is Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. It is an Ashtakshari. It is mapped to your 8th house and it is very good for your protection all through the while, and may Lord Shiva protect you. Sagittarius ascendant signs or the Sagittarius moon signs. At the physical level, you will read this from your ascendant sign. At the mental level, emotional level, you can also read this from your moon sign. Venus is going to make a transit in Gemini between 26th of July till 20th of August. And Venus becomes a potent malefic for you because it rules your 6th house and the 11th house. 6th house of Rog, Rin, Ripu, debts, diseases, health and well-being, obstacles in life, enemies in life. This is the domain where Shani excels. And of course, it brings in debts, loans, unnecessary health issues, and it focuses a lot on your daily routine, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. We see job from the 6th house as well. Venus is also the 11th lord, so it rules gains for you, your material comfort, material world. It also rules enemies, bigger enemies in your life is seen from the 11th house, and your income is also seen from the 11th house. This Venus is making a transit in your 7th house of the Jaya Bhava, where we see peace and also war. Those people who are opposite to you, your outer world of people, things and events is seen from the 7th house and how you deal with it. Venus is the Karaka or the significator of the 7th house. Therefore, its domain knowledge, which is related to relationship, harmony, abundance, interaction, all of that is improving greatly. It is conjoined Jupiter, Brihaspati, who is your Lagna Lord, who is further expanding all of these signification. So it's an excellent time for relationship matters, business expansion, and any repayment of your debts as well, loans as well, that could particularly be related to your business. So you will see some sort of gains, you will see some sort of positive movement, or the momentum could increase over the next few weeks. So it's an exciting transit for you. From a significations point of view of Venus, you will see a sense of cordial relationships, and of course your current, if you're married, your life is going to improve, your relationship is going to strengthen. If you've had some obstacles in your love life, that is going to improve. In case you're looking forward to settling down, this could be a particularly favorable time period for you. In case you're looking forward to starting a business and earning some income, this could be again favorable. You need to continue to strengthen your Lagna Lord Jupiter, who has a weak disposition during this transit. Give him strength. Use mantras related to Jupiter. A simple Guru mantra, that is Om Gurave Namah, could be absolutely good for you, and you need to chant it 12 times. It will give you a sense of comfort as well. See, both Jupiter and Venus are aspecting your Lagna. It is giving you a sense of protection. You will have very good decision making capability. You will have very good relationship building capability. This time period, you should focus on building as many relationships, business partnerships as you can, or acquaintances, and how you can have some favors from these people in the course of your professional journey and your personal journey as well. For your spouse also, this time period could bring some gains of income, some comforts, and this is further working positively in improving your personality. The power of wisdom and the power of interaction that you need to balance out. And of course, momentarily there could be some issues, there could be some ego issues, communication issues, or gaps with people who are opposite to you, and you will be able to build those gaps in a timely manner. Look at strengthening Jupiter during this transit. Capricorn ascendant signs or the Capricorn moon signs. At the physical level, you must read this transit from your ascendant sign. At the mental, emotional level, you can also read this from your moon sign. Now, between 26th of July till 20th of August, Venus is going to be entering Gemini. Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet for you, or the most favorable planet, because it rules one trinal house and one Kendra house, and it rules two of the most important houses of any chart, the 5th house and the 10th house. Both of them have a common aspect. They represent Rajya, king-like success, positional success. 5th lord is most important because it rules your mantras, it rules your future, children, deeds from the past, but how it will manifest into your future. 5th lord plays a very important role in your future, and of course from an astrological point of view it becomes very important. Venus is also your 10th lord, who rules your profession, your actions in the society, what you do to survive and sustain yourself and your loved ones in this world. Whether you will succeed, whether you will have professional work related success, Venus plays a very important role. And this Venus will be conjoined with Jupiter, who is your 12th lord, and they will make a conjunction in your 6th house. See, 6th house, Venus goes Maran Karak, or it is a death-like position, but it is in a friendly sign of Gemini during this time. So definitely it is losing its signification. Venus does not have the domain knowledge of the 6th house. 6th house is the house of celibacy, and Venus represents sexuality. Therefore, it feels uneasy. It feels not so comfortable. Just imagine you work in a certain domain. You're a technical expert and someone asks you to do financial balance sheet. So you will feel very uncomfortable with this situation. This is what is happening with Venus. So you have to work very hard to improve its significations. You have to protect your relationship, love, harmony in your life, and of course, wealth related matters and your work as well. Thankfully, this Venus is conjoined Jupiter, so it is getting some support. From a remedial point of view, you must look at Mercury, strengthening Mercury. Using a Shadakshari Vishnu mantra will be excellent for you to elevate the qualities of both Venus and Jupiter during this time, which is Om Vishnave Namah. You can start on a Wednesday in the morning hours in Mercury's Hora. See, both Venus and Jupiter are aspecting your 12th house. Your 6-12 axis is very active during this time, and it is going to increase your spiritual power, your spiritual knowledge, and it is going to improve your sleep if you've had some sleep related issues. If you get good sleep, you will be energized all through the day, and that could be quite beneficial for you. And this is something which you should look forward to. Have some sort of spiritual discipline and use mantra based remedies to channelize the signification of Venus. Not everything is losing during this time. So definitely you will get some positive results of your 5th house, which is your future, children, positional success, mantra based remedies. So this is all going to improve. This is all going to be protected. So this is how you will probably read this transit. You will get some good results related to your 10th house, that is work. You will get beneficial results with regards to work related progress. You could have some sort of elevation, or this could be a new opportunity or a transit for you which could bring in new job or a new line of work that you could start, and may you have a blessed transit. Aquarius ascendant signs or the Aquarius moon signs. So Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet for you, the most favorable planet. At the physical level, you will read this from your ascendant. At the mental emotional level, you can read this from your moon sign. And Venus is now entering Gemini on 26th of July, and it is going to stay there till 20th of August. Venus is your 4th lord and the 9th lord. So it rules one Kendra house, it rules one trinal house. 4th lord of your happy space, your comfort space, home, your sense of protection. This is where you feel most happy, most secure, and most comfortable. This house represents your mother, your homeland. Venus is also your 9th lord. It becomes your Bhagyesha, the one who also rules your father, your lineage, dharma, the lord of fortune. Therefore, Aquarius ascendants naturally have some karmas towards their parents because the same planet rules their 4th house and the 9th house. I often say, therefore, Aquarius becomes a very karmic sign for this reason. This is something that you will not hear anywhere. This Venus is making a beautiful transit in your 5th house of mantras, future, positional success, children. Growth is seen from this house. Wealth is seen from this house, and a sense of power and status is also seen from the 5th house. This Venus will be conjoined with Jupiter, who is the natural significator or Karaka of the 5th house. So, firstly, your 4th and the 9th lord making a transit in the 5th house is a beautiful yoga, and then it coming in contact with Venus is further elevating its positive qualities. Jupiter is going to expand all the significations, the positive significations related to Venus, which is love, harmony in relationship, your focus towards children, your focus towards sadhana. You will be more devoted towards the Almighty. Your spiritual practices is going to increase. You are going to learn something new, and you could definitely have a positional rise or a positional success in case your dasha antardasha is supportive. It is a very beautiful transit during this time. Wealth creating opportunities are favorable because both of them are forming a wealth yoga. Jupiter is your 2nd lord, which is also forming a wealth yoga during this time. So your 2, 5, 9 houses are connected. It is your time to maximize. Both Jupiter and Venus will be aspecting your 11th house by the 7th aspect of desire. Venus's aspect is 100%. So it desires you to increase your sense of income. And you might want to spend on luxuries. You might want to spend on new equipments, gadgets or machinery, or probably buying something big for your home. So this is where you could be a little bit careful, because this transit could make you a lot more impulsive. It will drive positive as well as negative energy of Mercury. So you need to be less impulsive and more careful of your decision making. Avoid major spend during this time. And this time period could also ensure that your children get a sense of recognition or a very favorable time to expand or plan your family. In case your dasha antardasha is supportive, go for knowledge, go for spiritual knowledge and also the mundane practical knowledge that can help you in your work. Fortune will favor you and the future looks quite promising. Start penning down your goals to achieve some bigger things over the course of next few weeks. Pisces ascendant signs or the Pisces moon signs. So what is happening? Venus is going to make a transit in the sign of Gemini, that is happening in your 4th house. 4th house is where Venus gains directional strength, or it is Digbali, a very supreme position. At the physical level, you can read this from your ascendant sign. At the mental emotional level, you can also read this from your moon sign. For Pisces, Venus though is a potent malefic, or not the most favorable graha, because it's your 3rd lord and the 8th lord. It rules your valor, courage. Change is seen from the 3rd house or its lord. It also rules growth because this is one of the Upachaya bhavas. It represents your co-borns, particularly younger siblings. Venus is also the 8th lord of suddenness in life, longevity, sudden ups and downs. We also see transformation from the 8th house, and its lord plays a very important role. Though it's a potent malefic, now it is making a transit in the 4th house. All the while it would have been a difficult transit, but now Venus gains directional strength. There are blessings of goddess Durga, Lakshmi during this time. So make the most of it because its significations will be at supreme and it is most likely to deliver most positive results. During this time, it is coming in conjunction with your Lagna Lord Jupiter. So you must continue to strengthen Jupiter. Any remedies related to Jupiter will not only strengthen Jupiter but elevate all positive qualities related to Venus. So use a Guru mantra, that is Om Gurave Namah 12 times every day in order to channelize the most of these energies. Venus is bringing a sense of comfort, will help you do those things that make you feel happy, that make you feel content. Change now will look easy for you because you will be more receptive towards the change. It is bringing a sense of comfort and happiness at your home. Also at your workplace, because Jupiter is also your 10th lord. See, you need to do a decluttering exercise at your home. And from a remedial point of view, either bring a plant that has white flower or yellow flower. This is going to be absolutely beneficial for you. You can also look at decluttering your workspace. If you work in an office or if your office is at your home, you must look at doing a decluttering exercise over the course of next few weeks. Both Venus and Jupiter are aspecting your 10th house by the 7th aspect of desire. Venus's desired aspect is 100%. It is very strong, it is very powerful. It wants you to build credible, meaningful, long-lasting relationship at your workplace. Jupiter wants you to showcase your wisdom, showcase your knowledge. You've learned, now it is time to make your presence felt at workplace by creating a lot of visibility, by building your personal brand. And this is something that you need to maximize over the course of next few weeks. And also an excellent time to learn something new that is related to work, that will help you implement and give you practical knowledge, mundane level knowledge that is ruled by Venus, and continue to strengthen your Lagna Lord Jupiter to make the most of this transit. So friends, this was yet another unique video on Venus transit in the friendly sign of Gemini, where it will be conjoined with Brihaspati, Devaguru, Brihaspati, Jupiter. I hope and believe Venus's transit helps us channelize our energies, our desires in the right manner, and change comes good for you and helps us build meaningful, long-lasting relationship and becoming a lifelong learner. Stay tuned for more interesting videos on my channel. Thank you very much. God bless you all.